Yo, boys, I'm back.
So is it Mario Brothers or Mario Brothers? I'm not sure how you Canadians say it, but it's pretty interesting, you know?
As long as you put the period in the name, that's fine. So
Gerard, SGC is so much fun. You should totally be down there. Who the heck is this guy?
Greg, you've got to be joking.
I never joke.
Gunstar Heroes?
I've been at your house for a week. ProtonJon, we led to you getting shot, remember?
Don't think I've ever been shot.
He revived you. He killed like 30 guys.
Here's a bloodbath.
Not ringing a bell.
John, you know what? You're gonna have to do it.
Seriously? I did this at his freaking house.
You know what? You have to. Sometimes I dress up as a laser clown.
I'm getting way too good at putting these gloves on now because of this. You know that,
dude,
right?
I cannot be expected to know everybody I run into. Okay.
You know how conceited that makes you sound? Look, here, this all.
Probably fairly. Bruce Willis is here! Gerard! It's Bruce Willis! It's Bruce Willis! He's...
Why did I agree to do this?
I still miss you, baby, and I don't want to miss a thing.
Yes! Contra 3! Yippee-ki-yay, mother ProtonJon!
Welcome to another brand new episode of The Completionist. And guys, we are back after a little bit of mess up in scheduling, but we are here live at SGC 2013. ProtonJon is here. Freaking Team Bearman versus the World Panel. It's America Day. Let's kill aliens!
I'm from Canada. Am I even allowed to be here right now?
I don't know how.
I don't mind blowing things up. I'm cool with that.
But we're gonna blow some.
No one blowing things up. How was it filming Die Hard? Was that fun? Live free?
Greg.
Live free, Die Hard?
Greg.
Your daughter was hot in that one.
Contra 3: The Alien Wars. Contra is notorious for being pretty damn difficult, but Contra 3 is my absolute favorite in the entire Contra franchise. But Batman and Mr. Willis!
Yes, Greg?
Why aren't you playing an American game since America Day was last week? Do you want to anger the president? What's wrong with you, Bruce Willis? You American action star, not celebrating America Day? Look, Konami may not be an American game company, but they get games right. And Contra 3 is one of the most American games out there.
Yeah, man, think about it. Two buff American dudes fighting an onslaught of aliens with two guns? That's pretty damn American.
USA! USA! USA!
I think I'm finally starting to understand Greg, and that kind of scares me. Oh yeah, by the way, Greg, Bruce Willis was born in Germany, not the US.
What? Set in the future of 2636, two badass guys. The year 2636? That's so far away, that's not even realistically fathomable to kids playing the game. Also, what happened to the other two Contra games?
Those Contra games took place a couple years before this one. Like most em ups though, Contra's story isn't really the selling point for most people. Basically, the game's story is that aliens have returned to Earth after failing twice before to take it over.
A variety of aliens have come to Earth, and a lot of them look butt ugly.
Welcome to Earth.
Exactly, Will Smith. It's up to our two main characters to kill all the aliens without remorse or regret. Just murder them all. Just blow them up. Bombs, flamethrowers, missiles, everything. Give them everything we have to offer because we are America. Give them the American shaka. John, grab the tranquilizer gun.
Don't worry, I got this.
Freedom against
Aliens.
There, Greg.
Enslavement.
Calm down.
This is murders. The Bruce Willis?
Yes, sorry about that, folks. Okay, yeah, so we have aliens, and they're coming to destroy everything, and two badass dudes named Jibbo and Sully have to stop them with a ton of weapons. What's not to love?
Now, while I might not be American, we do celebrate Canada Day, and that's kinda like the 4th of July.
Do you have guns?
Sort of.
It's the same thing.
Do you have freedom?
Wait, how did that tranquilizer wear off so fast? Yes, Greg, yes, we do have freedom in Canada as well.
That's right. You are German. I forgot about that.
Wait,
so,
what? No,
in a moment
Greg,
of clarity
I said
with
Canadian.
that tranquilizer,
Maple leaves,
I
hockey
whipped
sticks,
this
stuff
up
like that,
just
snow
for
everywhere.
You. It's
Not
an all
Ger-
German, Bruce. Love it.
Ich will meine Augen nicht schließen. Ich will nicht einschlafen, weil ich dich vermissen würde und ich nicht verpassen möchte. Denn auch wenn dir von der Trauma, der schönste Traum war nie dasselbe, weil ich dich immer noch vermissen würde und ich nicht verpassen möchte.
That one's for you, buddy. Hopefully you liked it, you West German American action star. Maybe you'll take me up in your spaceship and we can destroy asteroids together. What do you say, Bruce?
That was beautiful. I'm sure if I actually understood German, I'd be even more touched. You know what? Just for you, Greg. Just for you, this one time, I'll embrace being Mr. Willis. Damn it, Greg, I don't want to miss a thing with you. We're gonna go save the world right now.
I'm gone for 1 month. 1 month, and you both are freaking crazy. Contra 3 is a huge advancement for graphics when looking at its predecessors. Contra 1 and Super Contra were examples of arcade cabinets gone console that, within its transition, lost a little bit of that sparkle. But when it comes to the Super Nintendo, Contra 3 looks amazing.
Sprites and background animations come to life, and the level design is a lot more intricate. For the first time in a Contra game, you can use the background as a way to advance. Then there's the backbone of the SNES, the all-powerful
Mode 7!
Thanks to that, in every few levels, perspective and design will change tremendously. See, the Contra series is usually just known for its side-scrolling levels.
But when using the power of
Mode 7!
the game becomes a top-down perspective of chaotic hell, but an incredibly fun hell. You may have noticed there are two different options when starting your two-player experience, A and B. A essentially is the separation of two screens when the game jumps into
Mode 7!
Yes, we get it, jumps into Mode 7 so that you and your friend can separate from one another. In option B, you are on the same fixed screen, which at times can be quite useful. At other times, it actually may suck. It depends on who you've got playing with you. Luckily for me, I've got Bruce Willis on my side, and we're gonna work great together.
The music of Contra has never sounded clearer and more awesome than in Contra 3. Each stage's soundtrack perfectly matches the tone and the difficulty of what's going on. This game perfectly weaves game design, presentation, and music all into a perfect concoction of insane, alien-killing awesomeness.
As much as I do love Contra 3's presentation, I have to say at times there's a lot going on and you might suffer from a seizure. I kid you not. Your eyes might actually hurt quite a bit when you even use a bomb.
Fun fact, the Konami code does not work in the American and PAL versions of Contra 3, but does work in the Japanese version. Something you can tell your teacher next time you guys have a chat. Spoiler alert, they may not care at all.
I think the through line of the Contra series has always been, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If anything, the simplistic gameplay gets complicated through the advancement of the series, and the complications have nothing to do with the actual gameplay, but rather the level designs and the enemies that you engage.
Going back to the originals, they were known for their organized chaos, but Contra 3 takes that organized chaos and, well, just makes it chaos again. But it ramps up the difficulty in the process.
Clean your room, America.
We know.
The point of the game is to murder all the aliens while avoiding their dots.
Their dots?
In the original Contra, there wasn't really a great way to avoid enemies unless you killed them. But the bullets they would fire were always somewhat difficult to see because they were just small white dots. They could sometimes blend in with the background and you end up dying instantly if they hit you. In Contra 3 though, the bullets are a lot more vibrant and a lot easier to see, although they still kill you in one hit.
That's actually the big thing about Contra 3. It's hard. It's real hard. Even on normal, it's challenging. And with it is a bunch of insane weapons that are fun to murder all the space folk with. No ammo is required as you lay your enemies to rest with some awesome guns, such as the flamethrower, the homing missile, the crush missiles, the spread shot, you name it. Now, generally people claim violent video games make people kill other people. Well, that argument is usually dumb in my opinion, and within that, you're fighting aliens when it comes to Contra 3. Have you ever fought an alien before?
Welcome to Earth.
I have! I have not. How could I when you didn't save him?
You can hold on to 2 different weapons and switch between them at any time, which is incredibly useful for those moments of doubt when you think you're gonna die. But I think I can speak for both Gerard and myself when I say that there's nothing more fun than shooting both guns like crazy at the same time.
So says the Canadian.
The enemies and bosses in Contra 3 are what set the game's difficulty on a new level of pain. They touch you, you're dead. The projectiles touch you, you're dead. They touch you, you're dead. The one and only way of learning how to beat this game is severe trial and error. Now, in the option menu, you can extend your lives and continues by changing the settings, which will soften the blow of the overall game experience. However, that doesn't change the fact that this is still tough.
After fighting through all the hard levels, both 2D and
Mode 7!
you'll have encountered a lot of baddies. Like, a lot. Like, way too many guys who just never learn to stop trying. Just aliens just everywhere. There's even a dog alien. Like, why would they bring their pet dog?
Bruce!
Huh? Oh, right, sorry. Well, now that you've killed everyone, you've made it to the final level. This level, while it's short, has some very difficult boss fights made up of final bosses from the previous Contra game. Don't get discouraged though if you don't win on the first few attempts on these bosses.
After fighting a few bosses, it's time to fight the final boss, which has 2 forms. That is, unless you tackle hard mode. Man, oh man, have I missed this sweet and awesome music.
There are 3 different difficulty settings in Contra 3. Playing on easy mode and beating the game will prompt a congratulations message, but basically it's them telling you how to beat it again on normal.
The message for beating it on normal mode is essentially the same. The game tells you to give another shot on hard mode, and beating this game on hard mode, especially with 2-player, is not an easy feat. When you beat the boss again on hard mode and jump onto the helicopter, instead of being carried out and being done with the game, you will actually fight a 3rd and final form not seen in any other difficulty. It's actually not that bad, but it does catch you quite off guard.
Your reward for beating the game on hard mode is yet another congratulations message, this time showing you some pictures and the actual game credits. Standard fare for SNES games, but all in all not really worth the effort.
Ooh, pictures! I like this game!
I think it's pretty straightforward that Contra games are tough, especially when playing with a friend. But with Contra 3, it gets real tough.
Playing the game on hard mode is very brutal, and even the most experienced players may get frustrated from time to time. Luckily for us though, we've played through the game a bunch, so we at least know what to expect.
If you guys have not played these games, let alone Contra 3, grab a friend and practice a lot if you dare. If not, I would not recommend this game's payoff on other difficulties. Just kick back, relax, and stress out in chaos.
Contra 3 for the Super Nintendo is a fantastic 2-player co-op, one hell of an American exploding alien time.
But it's also a really challenging game, so you gotta make sure you step up your game playing skills if you actually want to be able to beat it on hard mode.
It's pretty tough, and you need balls of steel to tackle it all, and you need a good friend. A good friend.
I'm a friend. He said friend.
Friend. With that in mind, guys, we give this game our completionist rating of Finish It.
Kenyatta in.
Damn it, Greg!
Kenyatta Inishit!
That's all the time we have for today, guys, so please, as always, leave your positive and negative comments in the boxes below. If you missed our panel from SGC from last week, give it a clickety-clack right here. And if you're from the future, give next week's video a click right here.
Oh man. Where did Bruce Willis go? I gotta get that guy's autograph.
Seriously, Greg, come on.
gotta get his
We've been
autograph.
going through this the entire time.
Who is this?
I want to thank ProtonJon for being here and for helping us with our
Glad
panel.
I could be here.
No way. You're him.
Greg,
You're that.
Greg, you
Can I
got it,
have
Greg.
your autograph?
2 weeks. You know what? I'll take it at this point.
Oh my. I am so lucky. I am so lucky. I can't believe I'm meeting John Tron. Oh my gosh.
Greg!
Oh, Maple Leaf! Oh, God! Aren't you supposed to be the nicest people?
Now to excuse us,
He has Mountie Strike!
Canadian Rage.
Oh, God!
Metamorphosis.